Welcome to the George FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss how we went for round 15, so should be good. And a much better week for us this week, 2,259 and rank 1.6k, which is a bit of an improvement. So this week, I've been saying for weeks now, the defenders are killing us. No Sinclair, no Whitfield, no Dale. No Nass as well, who we're going to get, but Whitfield, very unlucky concussion, like very stiff, and I've owned him a lot of times, and we always get a bit nervous because when he cops head knocks, it doesn't take much for him to get concussed, so hopefully he's okay. Obviously with McGovern, champion of the game, with a concussion, but I don't think Whitfield's at that level, but it just kind of sucks. And then Dale was a bit sore during the week from what I read on the old BF, so did sit out the game and had his calf taped, so maybe just copped a cork at training or something. And then Sinclair just had a down game. I've no idea why, but yeah, he's been killing us. I think he's went up 100k since he was at 620k or something. So and no Max Scorn as well. So a lot went our way. Had the captain on Bont. I thought about Butters. It was 50-50 and got the 50-50 right. And yeah, Butters was good too, 130, but it's not a 170. A 180 nearly, so yeah, should be good. A bit to discuss. Callum Mills probably the big one, which we'll get to. I wanted to touch on, I saw the I don't know if you want to call it drama, but between DR and Calvin from AFL Fantasy having a little bit of beef over, I think, I don't know if you saw it, I don't want to highlight it too much, because I think DR's gone over it in a video, but DR had the picture of McKercher like as a butcher because he was butchering the footy. So, DR's like the nicest, hardest working bloke in the community. He wouldn't harm a fly. So I don't think he meant it in that way. But I think Calvin, who I like, he's the only. Whenever I comment on the AFL fantasy stuff, sometimes he'll reply to me. Whereas a lot of the other AFL fantasy influencers don't. If I post something fantasy, but no, he's a good bloke as well, but I think apparently he taught Colby McKercher at school, so it's basically like his son defending him. If that, like, he doesn't want to see anything negative on the kids. So, I hate to see, like, obviously I've had a few Twitter, not beefs, but like Twitter spats with others at times, but you don't like to see it, and hopefully everyone just gets along, to be honest, because I like fantasy a lot, and SuperCoach is fun too, so I think the communities be good if they intertwined a little bit more. A bit hypocritical from me because I just pretty much do solo content apart from with Eno, but should probably get more people involved, because I have a channel which has I think it's the highest subscriber count, which I don't really care, but being in that platform, having that platform, I really should bring others with me, if that makes sense. Like, sort of Abs has sort of done it a lot, so credit to him for doing that. But yeah, hopefully they can just like get along, and it's not really a big deal, I don't think. Now on Twitter spat, but anyway, speaking of Twitter, I posted this picture, and I'd like to pull this picture out when the three big dogs do well, but yeah, peak SuperCoach, McRae, Bont, and Dunkley running around, getting 120 for us every week. So Dunk's in the forward line, and McRae was a walk-up 125, 30 touches for 4 years straight. And yeah, I loved McRae's game. I thought he's like impactful at stoppages. Dunks was pretty good too. I thought, could have scored a bit more, but can't get greedy. And then Bont against Richmond, he was unbelievable. And if you had Sam Darcy, I think this was I've always been against key forwards after picking Tom Lynch in the 300s for, I might have 5-6 years ago now, and trade him straight away. But yeah, owning a key forward that's dominating there's not much better in SuperCoach, I think. So basically, Bont would just a few deep kicks to the square 1-on-1 to Darcy, and Darcy would just put his hands up and bang, clunk, goal. So Darcy's helping his scoring too, which is good. Excuse me, I needed a cough there. So, yeah, the interesting one this week is Callum Mills. So, from what I saw from Mills, I wasn't fully convinced on Mills. We didn't really know what the role was going to be, because he trained midfield in preseason, and we've seen him play a little bit on the wing in the past few years, Roberts is there, Bice is there, Blakey's back there. Like, what's going on? And I think Sydney looked really good. I loved Gordon's game as well. I think I've had Gordon on the bench in draft for this whole season, and I forgot to field him. But what they did, they looked like a different team to me against Port. Like, I generally was thinking, like, could they actually make the 8 from here? I think it's going to be very tough, but from what I saw from that game, I was very impressed with how they played, and the difference that Gordon makes and Mills makes is massive to that side. So basically, Mills and Blakey are running the show. That's pretty much what I saw. Someone's banging plates in the background. Apologies for that. So yeah, the role was fantastic. Roberts is on the wing. Lloyd's dropped. Bice's sub/wing. I don't know if they bring Roberts back in defence, because I remember watching Roberts last year on the wing against Jeremy Sharp, and it wasn't many games that Roberts played on the wing, but Sharp completely cooked him. He had 30 touches, 2 goals, like one of the best games I've seen from a wingman. So I like the role for Mills, and that was probably the main concern. I guess the durability is a worry too. But like a bit like McKercher, like when you pay, McKercher's gone up 40k since I got him, but when you pay that cheap price, it might take 1 trade to get them rather than 2. So if you get them cheap, they go up in price because they've had a role change or whatever. Then it might be 1 trade in, 1 trade out if they get injured, rather than using 2 trades, to get that extra money from a rookie. So it can play out that way. So that's why I don't really mind injury risk at the right price. Like a Cordwell, for example. Cordwell's gone up 80k since I got him, so he's been good. Basically, I think Mills is a really good option, especially at that price, because the role is fantastic, I think. I might play around, see if we can get him, but I think I'm going to go Nas as my last slot. So get to defense. Yeah, Clark, excellent. Very happy with this pick. I think he's D6. I think D1 is McCarthy at the moment, which doesn't count. But so if he can, I hope he finishes top 6 off. Whitfield got injured, so he's dropped out, but no, he's fine. So Sheasel, not a lot of CBAs. We'll get through this quick, I think. It's like around 15 now, but yeah. Rosie played a lot of mid. We want him defense. Dacos has a really nice run, but again, a bit like Dacos and McKercher, there's no aerial game. I thought McKercher started to develop a bit of an aerial game late last year. Not really seeing it at the moment. Very, very low contested and had to kick 2 goals for this score. But I think like the role is good. Just needs to tidy up that disposal. And it's hard because you look at McKercher off halfback and you see get the ball, run and carry, take a few bounces, try and hit an inside kick. Excuse me. I've been holding that in for about 5 minutes. But you can see like part of the reason why he's butchering it is a bit like Nas. He's trying the difficult kicks, and I think that's important to have in your team. Some of the kicks are really good. You can see what he's doing, just not executing them at times. So I think he'll definitely stay back there, I think. I'd be shocked if he moves up. If something happens, we can sideways maybe to Horn Francis or something. But yeah, so Carroll and Clark didn't count. I'd like to keep holding both. I think we need to cash in one of them. It's probably going to be Clark. Clark's probably got another 50, 60, 70k in him. Midfield, like Andy's solid. Butters, I mean, you have to get him, I think. I don't think you can anti-pod this. There might be a tag here against Chincotta. Like, I worry what he's going to do to West Coast. He hasn't scored that much lately against them, but he's just, I have him M1 for the rest of the season. I mean, it could be Bont, but yeah. King Marcus today. That game was, just doing on the inside, aerial game, kicking to Darcy, so many free points. So, no, he was unbelievable. Now, Sarong, would have been nice to get this when he was a pod early in the season, now that people have jumped on when he was like low 500s. But yeah, he's starting to get going now. I guess he's heading north and Essendon, 2 teams that are probably bottom 5, 6 for the year. And I think because he's playing well, the tag might go to Sarong now. So I don't think you grab him against the Saints. But yeah, he's been very happy with, he's 110 plus now, so he's been good lately. Nick was excellent. Winhager tag. So to do that through Winhager tag is unreal. Cordwell, I like Cordwell. For me, he's very comfortably top 8 mid in the other format. Disposal can let him down, but I think the run is not bad. Gets a week off. Suns I think they've been leaking to mids, not heavily, but I think it's like a slight positive matchup. Richmond as well, we know. And I don't think, like, the tag, I don't think it'll come. Dunkley did stand on him, but yeah. No, I like Cordwell. Good inside-outside game. Merritt's the worry here. I like this next two. Definitely want him for the Richmond game. And then Bedford's not really tagging, so maybe we escape one there. But then it's Dogs, sort of hard matchup, and then Jordan, Mullen, Winhaker, Chicotta. It's just awful. Like, see, if you're playing leagues, like, I think you sell him for leagues. I think I'm gonna hold for now. Yeah, we'll hold for now. Sherry a bit down. That's okay. He's been incredible. Oh, wow. He was actually a sell at 750. I think he got to 750. Or was it 710? 730 he got to. It was actually a sell after that West Coast game. Because you can get him back now. He's 200 break even. Like after Gorn maybe. But didn't really cross my mind because he's been my auto captain for about 2 months. But I think we need to actually start thinking about captains. Forward line is fine. Like, Martin's a pod. We need him to fire. The role is sort of everywhere, and Darcy Parish he's ruined like everything. I think Parish. Cordwell's a constant. It hasn't moved Cordwell, but it's kicked Martin out of the midfield. It's kicked Merritt for the most part out of the midfield. So yeah, I don't mean to like berate a player if I'm using the right word there, but I don't know what Essendon fans see, but for me, like he should be traded for whatever you can get. I think it's... How is it not Durham, Martin, Merritt, Cordwell? How is that not your big four in the midfield? I don't know. So, like, winning clearances is good, but like his man is like best on ground every week because he doesn't defend and doesn't tackle. McRae, excellent. Very happy with him. Is he going to be top 6? I mean... Not going to get carried away with this score. It looked really good. Carried a lot of the inside load. I think he should go close enough because his role is better than Warner and it's better than Rankin. So I expect him to be better than those two. Then who else is there? Like Jackson, Martin, Baz, Horne-Francis. But yeah. Warner will just take a 93. This frustrating own. Yeah. Like 85's... It's not the worst in the forward line, but it's not enough when you've got Luke Jackson going nuts. Rankin was off, and Sheldrick, 380k. So he's made our 150k, made 140k for us. So he has made a big difference to what we can do to finish the team. So this was probably the most important pick of the season for me because he's got us scores on the board as well. Like, again, we get our bad scores off. Like, got Sherry off the field. I guess only 4 points or whatever, but. Ton for us. Yeah, what's his last thing we've had in 4 weeks? 85, 93, 109, 83. I mean, I'd prefer this to Warner and Rankin, but I think we're going to trade this week. I can definitely hold one more, but I want to grab Nas. Trades this week. What if we did... Carroll's got negative break even, so that's bad. Just for this is just 300k. Can we put that on top of somebody to get Horne-Francis? We could get a 24th and get Horne-Francis like this. But maybe we should have traded Houseway to a rook if we knew we were going to do that. Yeah, we could actually got 24 on 2 trades, but I think what we're going to do... Do I go Mills or Nas? So, like, if we did Mills... Could hold a trade as well. I think Nas... And I was looking at there's 2 defender mid rookies, or 3. There's McCarthy, as in that are 99k. There's McCarthy, there's and the win, and then there's a Carlton guy. Now Essendon and Carlton do play early a fair bit, but I think Carlton play early quite a lot more, or a little bit more. So we're gonna go for the win. I think I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure. So that way, this will be the final team. As we'll just fix this up. Krista on the field. So Carroll can cover defense. McCarthy can cover mid or defense. If we need it, Boyd will be stuck there. There's nothing we can do about that. But I'd definitely like to get Juan Francis here and Rankin off the field and just like loop 2 of these 3 every week. That would be nice. But I've been trying to get Nas for ages. Same with Whitfield, but I think Whitfield with the bye, maybe we just let that go for now and we just grab Nas this week. I think it's probably the last week to grab Nas at a reasonable price by the time we finish the team. So it's a bit annoying that he's gone big, but I've been saying for weeks like it's gonna come. So the big score, and it did. But yeah, I'm quite happy to own Nas, and there's been a lot of clangers and a bit of bad luck in here. I think this Melbourne game, I think he was like went off for HIA, so yeah, he's gonna get him and Butters gonna get the most ridiculous paydays, I think. But I think they definitely deserve it. So that's my team done. 4 trades, 17k in the bank. So 4 trades, I feel like usually I feel uncomfortable with the amount of trades I have. This year, I feel not too bad. If you have 3, I think and 23 premiums, I think fingers crossed you'll be okay. I guess I'm just looking at the cheapest here. Merritt can go in flex, but if you have 2 and you have 23, maybe a little bit nervous. It all comes down to luck. Any 1 weekers, 2 weekers, even 3 weekers, you might have to hold from here. But yeah, long term, short term's a hold. 3 is probably borderline, but yeah, 2 weeks is a hold. I think, like we held McRae. So I think our injury luck's been not too bad this year. Like we didn't have Horn Francis or Whitfield. Pretty lucky. The only one we had that was, I think, mid-game, apart from rookies, was, I guess, Philippou. Does that really count? Like, not so much the scoring that hurt, it was more the 40k price drop that we copped on that kind of stung. So, like right now, we could have had 55k in the bank, which might have come in handy. But, like, this team is fine. Maybe next week we'll go through the best 22 and go through on a notepad. But I think, yeah, Jackson here, Horn Francis here. And then I'd be happy with those 6. Gorn here, Sherry here. I think you can make a case for Grundy at the moment. Maybe Darcy Cameron. Oh, he's got West Coast this week. That'll be a bloodbath. Midfield, like Brayshaw, Butters, Bont, Sarong. I think Dawson will be okay. He's like Richmond this week is pretty nice. Like his run's not bad. Another West Coast, another North. Well, North are playing good, so Port here. A lot of Adelaide Oval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe not that much. 5 out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 5 out of 9. It's not too bad. Plus a Richmond. So I'm cool with that. I like Cordwell. Merritt's the one I've looked at trading. Like, what if I went to Mills, right? Who averages more, Mills or Merritt? At least Mills has a stable role, I think. Say we did that. I don't think we'll do that, but say we did that. Like, what would we do with this 133k? Could we turn Carroll into... Say Carroll gets the 270. Then we'll have 300k in the bank. There's nobody making money, though. And that would put us at 1 trade. I think we'll just hold off. We'll hold off for now. But yeah, like, I think people are like pretty aware of the game. Like I see a lot on Twitter and And Discord, people are just thinking for themselves a lot more, and people just going for picks and picks who they like. So there's always someone out there that's nailed a pick that week. Like there's a few people with Anderson, there's a few people with Richards, there's a few people with McLuggage, there's a few people with Grundy. Like you can I don't know if it's because there's so many players now or that are more prominent, but people were pretty good at the game. So I do feel like, and when I do the best videos, the lessons video, I could try to go over this, but like I feel like being a better player, like I don't feel that way. Like there's a lot of good players out there. I think you're trying to find the edge. Is it discipline? Is it research? Is it eye test, figuring out how secure the role is? Like, do they have the prime defender role, prime inside mid role, first ruck? Do they have one of these three roles? Who's around them? Making sure we pick players like with the best possible role, because like who's letting us down here? I mean, Merritt at the moment because of tags and role, and who else is? Well, Rankin is. Why? Role's changed. Warner's probably the next one. Role's changed. Rowan, we got him in for bad fixtures, so it's the bad picks are quite explainable, really. So, sometime in terms of like, I didn't really expect Warner and Rankin's mid rolls to reduce, but what's gone wrong? There's explanations for that. So, but yeah, and look at the 2 weak links in Dacos and McKercher. No aerial game, no intercepting, no spoils. Nass actually has a bit of a defensive game. I think he's developed one, so unless you're like Whitfield, who has a little bit intercepting, not a lot, but sheer weight of numbers and sheer weight of kick-ins, so he gets that. But yeah, that's the team. Like Jackson, I think I've gone over enough times. Jackson, Horne-Francis, McLuggage, maybe Richards, maybe Anderson, and then these two spots, Whitfield and Holmes, I think, or Sinclair and Whitfield, Holmes, like some of those. Hopefully, I think Rosie might have played more mid because Horne-Francis was clearly hampered, injured during the week, could barely move his shoulder, played more forward. But yeah, I think this is, in terms of like targets this week to finish your team, Horne-Francis 470, even with the shoulder issue. I think at that price, with that break even, like it'll come good eventually, you would think. Mills as well. I think McKercher, you probably let that one go now, 430k. And he's still cheap. In terms of midfielders, or like Whitfield post-buy, I think that's going to be a great target. I think he's got the 12 days till he plays, so I think he will play, but it's right on the edge of the concussion protocols for him. But yeah, I'll check leaks. I haven't really looked at, usually I look at how other creators in Discord's going. But I've been, the last few weeks, I haven't wanted to look at it. So, we're 8th. So this is our Discord Regs League. Pretty much 90% of the people in these leagues are people from 2019 that joined the Discord. So, got a good crew that we've stuck still together on Discord. Leagues. Okay, so that's number 1 league, which is nice. So hopefully we do alright. And the next league is Wogs League, which is good. So yeah, this is the top league. I mean, still time to go, but yeah. So Adam's 1 there, Edge 2. I mean, you guys wouldn't know these people. You got JD in here. You got Eno. Eno's recovered pretty well. Had a bit of a rough start, or sort of a rough middle patch, but he's recovered pretty well. JD had a really, really strong middle patch. Just never got Sherry. I think that's probably what's killing him. So this is Babs. He's finished 3rd before, so he's pretty good. Like this defense gonna put it down every week. Like I wouldn't want to go up against that. And Adam's top, so yeah, he's got Georgie Hewitt. Yeah, it's kind of fun to look at other teams because I haven't looked at it for a while. He's gonna need to find cash. Maybe he can get a meal somehow at is it 23rd? So yeah, we're all sort of like thereabouts. Griff is anchoring us. Everyone else is around top 5.5k. And then the other league I don't mind checking is Abs League. So this is just all the creators. So Janeth Minimonk first. You probably know them on Twitter. Big J. always whinging Big J. But he's doing alright this year. He's gone early on Mills. Nice pick. I mean, who am I to tell say that other people are whinging? Oh, I'm just as bad, if not worse. He's got Kennedy. He's got some nice pods here. Oh, Dale captain. That hurts. Over Bont. That's negative 100. Worse losing points like that. But yeah, like the defenses are like looking really strong. Inside of Phantom, DOS, like, yeah, you probably know all these people. I like to check. This is like, yeah, probably the best fantasy play ever. Selby's team. A lot of value here. He's got LDU as a pod. LDU should be doing better. Just watching him, like, goes missing too much. Yeah, held McCrahon Francis. I like that move. Strong captain was good, but no Bont there. So I'm 5th in this league. Hopefully both leagues we can go up. This is a cash league as well. I think there's someone that's like top 10. 26. So I'm 3rd in this cash league. I enter this league most years. It's SuperCoach score. So I get Discord, I get Twitter, I get SCA SuperCoach score. So I do like Big Footy as well. I read all the communities and see what they're all sort of thinking. Because there are, like, in the past, there's been just blind spots for us. Like, we'll just completely miss players because of groupthink. But I think groupthink's gone a little bit out the window now. Oh, this is Alex. I know Alex from Twitter. I had a few DM exchanges with him. Very good player. Like, his starting team every year is like top 100. I think he's had a really bad week this week though. This guy, I've been in cash leagues, I think the last 2 or 3 years. I have no idea who he is or where he's from. Or he's from SuperCoach Scores, but I think he's he's cleaning us up every week. Every year in cash leagues. I think I've been with him, over the past 2 or 3 years, and I think he keeps winning all of them. So he's cleaning us up for donations for him. So, he's got Jackson, Grundy, too good. Like, this guy's, it'd be interesting. I don't know who he is, but yeah, Windy Hill, he's killing it. Grundy and Jackson, like, not gonna beat that. It's not gonna beat that. But yeah, I do like looking through the old leagues. But yeah, it's good. After you haven't looked for a few weeks, it's good to have a bit of a check. So captains this week. I need to hold this mic closer, but then people will say I'm doing ASMR, AMSR, whatever it is. So Butters at Adelaide Oval on a Thursday. 5-day break. But he just had a break too. Does he get chincotted? Bont against Sydney. SCG. What's his record like, SCG? Small ground. Get it in the forward 50 quicker to Darcy. It's alright. Like, not... Nah. Gorn versus Wits. Hopefully they can restrict each other. UTAS. Sherry VC. Bounce back, hopefully. Saints boys probably avoid because Windhager could go to either of them. I don't know who. I suspect it'll be Sarong on form. Do we just stick to Butters, Bont, and Sherry? I think we do. Baz is on bye. We'll go Bont into Sherry because I think there might be a Shinkotta tag for Butters, but maybe they go to Rosie. If I see them go to Rosie in the pre-game, I'll chuck it on Butters. But I don't know who to see out of Sherry or Bont. Probably Sherry for bounce back game. So in terms of premiums playing this week, so McCarthy can go on the field. Let's put Gross on in case he plays, which he won't. Can we put anyone in flex on? Okay. Can we get Carroll into flex? I don't think we can. No, yes we can. We need to get Gray down back. I'll figure this out off the video. But 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 premiums. There'll be a few of the weaker ones like Rankin and Warner and maybe Marshall, depending on how he goes. And like a Dacos and Coach. There's a few weak links there. But I think, yeah, McCutcheon at Tassie, hopefully he goes okay. But yeah, I think we've been rambling half an hour. That's a bit too much for this time of the year. So 18 playing. So it might be one of our weaker ones with 5 premiums off. But yeah, fingers crossed we go well. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.